Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Beyond the Mask. Today we're taking a closer look at the latest Insidious installment, The Red Door. So before I get into the content of this video, I'd like to give you guys an extremely brief review of the movie. I'm a huge fan of the movies, I never expect too much from them. I enjoy the generic story of the hauntings and the demonic-esque villains each movie introduces or reintroduces. With The Red Door, I love the return of the Lambert family and the continuation of their story. The movie had this father and son undertone throughout, and I personally loved and related so much to that. The movie focuses on showing the impact and scars that hauntings can leave behind, which is a topic that is rarely explored in ghost stories. The scares were quite memorable, which is what you watch these movies for, right? You know, whereas I don't think the last three have given me scares I truly remember thinking off the top of my head. I think maybe 3 had its moments, but this one definitely did as well for me personally. What's interesting about Insidious is the lore of some of the spirits and demonic entities is super fascinating. Now, that wasn't explored much in The Red Door, which is one of the reasons why I believe this movie has a strange pattern at setting up a sequel. So it's been loosely marketed as the conclusion to the Insidious story, but it's making a lot of money right now. But more specifically, the movie seems to constantly dangle a strange carrot in front of the audience when the movie begins reaching the climax. I'm here to explain how to spot this. So firstly, spoilers going forward. If you haven't seen the movie, then now may be the best time to check out so you don't ruin anything for yourselves. Diving straight in, the movie has this strange undertone of never actually specifically telling the audience what is going on. This was an attribute that came with the original, but it is back with this movie, which I believe Dalton's suppressed memories are what is triggering this current wave of hauntings. You know, he paints the door and that serves as the literal door to the further once again. However, what this sets up here is that there doesn't need to be an actual door in the physical world for the forces to cross over, meaning that scribbling out a painting of that door likely won't cause it to disappear entirely. After all, why would it? The lipstick demon that populates the major realm of the further seems hellbent on targeting Dalton, but why? What's the significance of Dalton compared to everybody else? The movie dangles this in front of the audience by allowing us to see that the lipstick demon is in fact targeting Dalton once again, but it doesn't explain why he has sat waiting for 10 years to make his move. It's hard to explore this as Dalton couldn't remember anything to warrant tackling the lipstick demon head on, but now his memories are back and he remembers everything. Couldn't this prompt him to want to know more? Maybe a sequel could give us some insight into the lipstick demon and why he specifically decided to target Dalton above everybody else. Moving on from this, Josh Lambert speaks to the ghost of Elise in the climax of the movie and he informs her he hopes to reunite with Renee once again. Now, I'd be fully on board with this being the final movie if we say got a flash forward of the Lamberts, you know, reunited, or if there was a final hint the family had found peace once again. However, the family still is in a somewhat broken state than it was when we left them at the end of 2. What's more, the biggest and most obvious scene of them all is there is a post-credit scene in which the light above the red door begins to flicker once again, indicating that this story is absolutely not over. Relating back to the Dalton and the lipstick demon thing, the Insidious lore tells us that the lipstick demon is alluded to be the Satan of the further, and everything else around are more spirits who are trapped there. The bride who targeted Josh was a spirit, so why didn't the lipstick demon target Josh? Why has he specifically chosen to target Dalton and continue to wait 10 years for him to remember once again so he can make his move? Insidious The Red Door sets up this rivalry somewhat. It gives the audience a clear look at how relentless this demonic force is, but also shows us that despite Dalton's best efforts, his fight with the demon is likely not over, hence the flickering light once again. It's pretty obvious to me the story isn't over, but what's your take on all this? Where would you like to see Insidious head following The Red Door? Share your thoughts below. As usual, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.